trust. Do you trust the government?
Now they love it. They can abuse and beat up everybody, and nobody can stop them. Nobody can stop them. They're having their way with America.
My phone call. I want it. I want my phone call.
Have no problem handing over your plastic card at a store? Well, actually, you may have it backward. Your personal information may be more secure in cyberspace than at the mall down the road. That's because it's easier for .coms to protect the data, and most stores in America underestimate how vulnerable they are. It's a big problem. The retail industry got a wake-up call in 2007 when TJX, parent company of TJ Maxx and Marshalls, disclosed that it had suffered the worst high-tech heist in shopping history. Hackers raided the company's computer system, taking off with 94 million customer credit records. We learned that TJX could have prevented it, and Leslie Stahl has the story.
They collected too much personal information. They kept it too long, and finally, they didn't keep it according to appropriate security standards.
Jennifer Stoddard led the investigation of the TJX theft for the Canadian government. TJX operates chains in both countries.
Is there an actual place where the crime took place? Yes, it seems that the intrusion happened at 2 Marshalls stores in the Miami area.
Did the crime happen inside the stores or outside the store?
This was a case of penetrating the network from without the stores. Because it is a wireless network, you can then capture the wireless transmissions if they're not sufficiently encrypted.
When you swipe your credit card, your data is often transmitted through a wireless router, either to a bank for approval or to the store's main computer. But the signal carrying your information bleeds easily through the walls.
If you drive this close, it'll pop up.
Right.
Welcome to my first lesson in something called war driving. My teacher, computer forensic investigator Chris Harms, who shows me how hackers outside in a van grab the store's wireless data.
So if you and I are in this parking lot, and we park in front of one of these big stores, we can just pluck it, is what you're saying, right through the wall.
Absolutely.
All you need, he says, is a computer.
So it's just a regular laptop.
Just a regular laptop.
Okay.
Within moments, we start getting results.
Right now, we're right in front of Best Buy.
Right. So
Okay.
Best Buy has a wireless network.
Oh, it says Best Buy. I saw it. It just popped up.
The computer is identifying which stores have wireless signals. Some stores hide their identities, others don't.
It doesn't say Home Depot, but it says orange.
Right.
So that's kind of their code.
Those particular stores told us the wireless signals we picked up do not link to their customer data banks. But sometimes similar signals do lead hackers to central computers where the data is held. Chris told us that stores should have security to prevent that.
When wireless first became a technology for people to use, they realized that they needed a way to protect that data that's flying around in this cloud. So they designed WEP.
WEP was encryption code developed in 1999, just as the big chains started going wireless. But within a couple of years, hackers had cracked WEP, rendering it obsolete. If you go on YouTube today, you can learn how to disable it in minutes. Now, there's much better encryption code called WPA. In fact, credit card companies urge retailers to upgrade to WPA. But that's expensive, so many stores resist it, even though hackers can tell who hasn't upgraded.
It's saying WEP or WPA. That's telling you if they have good encryption devices.
Executing the attack is as simple as clicking a button and making it happen.
And you're in.
And you have pierced the first wall of what hopefully is many.
At the time of its break-in in 2005, TJX did have a security system. The problem was, it was the outdated encryption code, WEP.
Was TJX aware that they were using a system that was pretty much useless? Did they know that? If you're running a huge wireless network, it's your business to know about encryption standards. So they should have known that.
TJX did know, but in a letter they told us in their defense that they believe our security was comparable to many major retailers. Yet internal company documents suggest they were warned it was risky to use outdated encryption. In 2005, a TJX vice president sent his bosses this email: "We are still vulnerable with WEP as our security key. It must be a risk we are willing to take for the sake of saving money." By then, the hackers had already broken in, and once in, they raided not only the 2 Miami stores, but over 2,400 TJX stores in the U.S., England, and Canada, walking away with close to 100 million credit card numbers. On top of the credit card numbers, the hackers got hundreds of thousands of driver's license and social security numbers and military IDs, personal records about their customers kept for years after the purchases were made.
And what's the justification for holding on to the information?
It costs money to dispose securely of personal information, so it was just easier to keep it. I think it's that kind of a perhaps unwise business decision.
You know, they're schemers. Schemers trying to control their little worlds.
Now they love it. They can abuse and beat up everybody, and nobody can stop them. Nobody can stop them. They're having their way with America.
About the small people, and we care about the small people. Trust. Do you trust the government?